Good morning everyone. Welcome back all of you in science classes and today we are going to start chapter 7, that is conservation of plants and animals. So students, we saw in class 7th that Paheli and Bujo had visited the forest along with Professor Ahmed and Tibu. They were eager to share their experiences with their classmates. Other children in the class were also eager to share their experiences as some of them had visited Bharatpur Sanctuary. Some others had heard about Kaziranga National Park, Lokau Wildlife Sanctuary, Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve and Tiger Reserve, etc. What is the purpose of making national parks, wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve? So students, in class 7th, we have learned that there is a diverse variety of plants, animals and microorganisms in a forest. Similarly, there is a diverse variety of plants, animals and microorganisms in a desert also. The diverse variety of plants, animals along with microorganisms living in a particular region is called biodiversity. In other words, biodiversity denotes the richness of species in particular area or habitat. What is habitat? Habitat is the natural place where animals are living or plants are surviving. The biodiversity of a desert, a grassland and a rainforest are very different from each other. About 10 million species of organisms, that are microorganisms, algae, fungi, plants and animals, are estimated to inhabit the earth, although we actually know only 1 or 2 millions of them. So in this chapter we will learn about the causes of loss of biodiversity, the consequences of destroying the biodiversity and the steps being taken to conserve it. So let us learn about some terms that are associated with the biodiversity, and the word biodiversity means the diverse variety of plants, animals along with microorganisms living in a particular region is called biodiversity. So when we are going to study about the biodiversity, loss of biodiversity, we have to clear some terms like species and ecosystem and habitat. So what is species? A species refers to a group of organism we can say plants or animals that have common characteristics and can interbreed among themselves. That is called species. A species refer to a group of organism, means plants and animals that have common characteristics and can interbreed among themselves. For example, we can say Homo sapiens or human beings form one type of animal species. Then ecosystem, that we will use in this chapter, that word ecosystem. So what is the meaning of ecosystem? The various communities of living organisms, that is plants and animals, interact among themselves as well as with their physical environment like soil, air and water. For example, green plants interact with the soil to get minerals and water, with air to get carbon dioxide for carrying out the process of photosynthesis. So an ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms, is an area along with the non-living components such as climate, soil, water, etc. So it is the relationship between a biotic community, that is plants and animals, and in a biotic environment. For example, we can say that ecosystem are a forest, a desert, a mountain, a lake, a river, etc. Then habitat. Habitat is the natural environment of a plant or animal species where it lives and reproduces, is called its habitat. So the natural environment of plants or animal where it lives and reproduce is called its habitat. And what is the importance of biodiversity? Biodiversity includes a huge variety of plants and animals that live in a natural habitat and are mutually dependent. So biodiversity means the variety of plants and animals that are living in a particular region. So what is the importance of biodiversity? We can say that it includes the huge variety of plants and animals that live in a natural habitat are mutually dependent. So every component of biodiversity from microorganism to huge animal like elephant plays an important role in nature. In other words, biodiversity maintains the environmental around us. We are also economically dependent upon biodiversity. We get a variety of food items like fruit, vegetables, cloth item like cotton, jute and wood, medicine, oil from variety of plants. We get food like meat and egg, leather from the skin of dead animals and milk from animals. So this is the importance of biodiversity. And what are the causes of loss of biodiversity? That we will study in this chapter, because biodiversity is essential for our own survival. So let us study the causes that threaten the existence of the many plants and animal species. Some of the major causes are deforestation and illegal hunting, then pollution and natural disaster and some exotic species. So in this chapter first we will study about the deforestation. Deforestation and its causes. A great variety of plants and animals exist on earth. They are essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. Today, a major threat to survival of these organisms is deforestation. We know that deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purposes. Trees in the forest are cut for some of the purpose mentioned below: procuring land for cultivation, building houses and factories, making furniture, or using wood as fuel. Some natural causes of deforestation are forest fire and severe droughts. So what is the meaning of deforestation? We can say that the clearing of forest by cutting down forest trees over a wide area is called deforestation, and deforestation has taken place due to these reasons, that to build homes, factories, road for the increasing human population, to obtain wood as a fuel and for making furniture and paper, to obtain more agricultural land for cultivation of crops for the growing population, for mining of minerals such as coal, petroleum. So all the above causes of deforestation are human made causes, and there are some natural causes of deforestation also, like forest fire, severe droughts and attack of insects. Overgrazing by cattle like sheep, horses, etc. is another cause of deforestation, and the overgrazing not only destroy the grasslands but also the young trees of forest. So this is the causes of deforestation. Consequences of deforestation. Now what are the consequences of deforestation? Paheli and Bujo recalled the consequences of deforestation. They remembered that deforestation increased the temperature and pollution level on the earth. It increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Groundwater level also gets lowered. They know that deforestation disturbs the balance in nature. They were told by Professor Ahmed that if cutting of trees continues, rainfall and the fertility of the soil will decrease. Moreover, there will be increased chances of natural calamities such as floods and droughts. Recall that plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Fewer trees would mean that less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. This will lead to global warming as carbon dioxide traps the heat rays reflected by the earth. The increase in temperature on the earth disturbs the water cycle and may reduce rainfall. This could cause droughts. Deforestation is a major cause which leads to the change in the soil properties. Physical properties of soil get affected by plantation and vegetation. Recall from class 7th how trees prevent soil erosion. Fewer trees result in more soil erosion. Removal of the top layer of the soil exposes the lower hard and rocky layer. This soil has less humus and is less fertile. Gradually, the fertile land gets converted into desert. It is called desertification. Deforestation also leads to decrease in the water holding capacity of the soil. The movement of water from the soil surface into the ground, that is infiltration rate, is reduced. So there are floods. The other properties of the soil like nutrient content, texture, etc. also change because of deforestation. We have studied in class 7 that we get many products from forest. List these products. Will we face shortage of these products if we continue cutting trees? So students, these are the consequences of deforestation. Now we know that it causes soil erosion and makes the soil infertile. Due to gradual erosion of fertile topsoil, the lands get converted into desert. This is called desertification. So we know that it will lead the desertification also. Trees take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen during photosynthesis. Deforestation increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and disturb the natural balance of gases in the atmosphere. Increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide may lead to an increase in global temperature, which is called global warming. And global warming disturbs the water cycle, reduce the rainfall, causes the drought and melting of glaciers. It decreases the water holding capacity of the soil and can cause floods. And forests are the natural habitat of many species of animal. So cutting down trees destroy the home of these species, which poses a threat to their survival. For example, we can say many animals are endangered species now because it survives only. Suppose we can take example of panda. Panda survives on only bamboo shoots. So in the past few decades, more than half of bamboo forests, which are the natural habitat of the panda, have been cleared for farming and in the name of development. So as a result, only a few pandas are left in their natural surroundings. So these are the consequences of deforestation. Now we'll take a topic, conservation of forest and wildlife. So there is a need of conservation of forest and wildlife. Having become aware of the effect of deforestation, Paheli and Bujo are worried. They go to the Professor Ahmed and ask him, now forest and wildlife can be saved. Professor Ahmed organizes a visit to a biosphere reserve for Paheli, Bujo and their classmates. He selects a place named Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. He knows that the plants and animals found here are similar to those of the upper Himalayan peaks and to those belonging to the lower Western Ghats. Professor Ahmed believes that the biodiversity found here is unique. He requests Madhavji, a forest employee, to guide the children inside the biosphere reserve. He explains the preserving areas of such biological importance make them a part of our national heritage. Madhavji explained to the children that apart from our personal effort and efforts of the society, government agencies also take care of forest and animals. The government The government lays down rules, methods, and policies to protect and conserve them. Wildlife sanctuary, national park, biosphere reserve, etc. are protected areas for conservation of plants and animals present in that area. So, students, now we'll study about the some protected area. Okay, some protected area means biosphere reserve, national park, and wildlife sanctuary. So biosphere is the part of the earth in which living organisms exist or which support life. Biological diversity or biodiversity refers to the variety of organisms existing on the earth, their interrelationship and their relationship with the environment. So what is the meaning of biosphere reserve? What is the meaning of biosphere reserve? Biosphere reserve is a multi-purpose protected area which is developed to conserve biodiversity and also to educate, train and create awareness about the environmental aspects and eco-friendly living is called biosphere reserve. So students, we know now that we should conserve forest and wildlife to preserve biodiversity and to prevent the endangered species from becoming extinct and to maintain ecological balance in nature. So we know that we should conserve the forest and wildlife. And how can we conserve forest and wildlife? We can conserve by afforestation. That means planting of trees in a forest. We can save the deforestation, then preventing forest fire also, then prevent overgrazing also. So by these methods we can save, or we can say we can conserve the forest and wildlife. So now we know that government also have lays down the methods, rules and policies to protect and conserve the wildlife, and we can say to conserve the biodiversity. And biosphere reserve is one of the we can say one method to conserve the biodiversity, because in biosphere reserve we can protect biodiversity and we can also create the awareness about the environmental and eco-friendly livings. Okay, and there are 18 biosphere reserve in India, and some well known biosphere reserve are in our country are Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. So these are the well known biosphere reserve. Children along with Professor Ahmed and Madhavji entered the Biosphere Reserve area. Madhavji explained that biosphere reserves are the area meant for conservation of biodiversity. As you are aware that biodiversity is the variety of plants, animals and microorganisms generally found in an area, the biosphere reserve help to maintain the biodiversity and culture of that area. A biosphere reserve may also contain other protected areas in it. The Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuary named Bori and Pachmari. That is given in figure 7.1. You can see the figure 7.1. Pachmari Biosphere Reserve is given. So students, in table 7.1 protected areas for conservation, you have to write down the name of protected area in your district, in your state and in your country. The name of national park, name of wildlife sanctuary and name of biosphere reserve, that you have to do by yourself. So students, in this video we have studied about the biodiversity, and we have studied about the loss of biodiversity. One of the cause of loss of biodiversity is deforestation. Then we have studied about the consequences of deforestation, and we have studied about why there is a need to conservation of forest and wildlife. And one of the we can say one of the method that is important for conservation of forest and wildlife, that is biosphere reserve, also we have studied. So students, in this video we'll study this much, and we will continue this chapter in our next video. So thank you everyone.